This is Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
Dr. Cat Gone to the Dogs is brought to you by Heroes for Healthy Pets. We're passionate about your pet's health. And iheartdogs.com.
Hey, dog lovers! Welcome to Dr. Cat Gone to the Dogs. I'm your host, Dr. Catherine Prim, and I'm a small animal veterinarian and dog lover. I like to use this show to educate, entertain, and inspire. And today is kind of special. I know I say every show is special, but they are special to me. Today is a little bit of a departure for me because I want to introduce you to a dog-loving company that you need to know about. So, let's have a word from our sponsors and then come right back with a guest that is going to tell us about this interesting company that you should definitely know about. We'll be right back.
Put on a perfectly pawsome pet party. Having an awesome birthday or adoption day celebration for your four-legged friend? Or just want a fun excuse to throw a fun party with your friends from the dog park? Deck out your party with Molly and Bandit Pet Party accessories. Party products designed specifically for pets. There are wearables, including adjustable pet party hats, bow ties, and tutus. The photo prop kits include funny glasses and hats. The party supplies and decorations include coordinating table covers, party banners, cake decorations, and treat bowls, cups, and bags. Everything you need to create great memories and Instagram-worthy photos. They're available in 2 colorful themes, tropical and fireman. It's a dog's life. Celebrate it with Molly and Bandit Pet Party at mollyandbanditpetparty.com/petlife.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back to Dr. Cat Gone to the Dogs on Pet Life Radio. Today I have with me Marshall Morris, the COO and co-founder of iheartdogs.com. Welcome, Marshall.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
So I want you to kind of set the stage for everything there is to know about iHeartDogs, and then I'll tell why I think iHeartDogs is special to me. I think the most interesting and inspiring thing about iHeartDogs is the mission, and you say healthier dogs, happier homes, and impactful giving. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks. So our mission from the beginning has really been to how do we create better lifestyle for ourselves and also our pets, and then also do really good in the world. And so the other phrase we use too is actually empty shelters, because since day one we wanted to create meaningful impact in shelters. And so we decided from the beginning what we're going to do is build in programs so no matter what we did, every program that, whether it be a product we sell or a service or whatever, is going to contribute to shelters in a meaningful way. And that becomes the beginning of the genesis for any idea that we have. So for us, it's really from the day one, it's been how do we change the life for animals in shelters and then give them not only forever homes, but help them live and thrive in their homes as well.
That's awesome. So helping place the pets and then helping the pets stay placed in their forever home is very, very important to me also. And so I think that this story sort of begins, and it's kind of one of those, the planets aligned in how I met you, Marshall, because long ago there was a website called I Love Dogs Site, and I saw it, and I like to follow all things dog, and I saw it and I found Marshall's contact information, and I just reached out to him in an email, and our journey together began, I guess, because eventually he said, your mission is kind of what our mission is, and I would like for you to become our resident vet for iheartdogs.com. So it's sort of a serendipitous relationship that Marshall and I have because we're working together towards the same mission. So Marshall, I want to hear how you got started on this path.
Yeah, that's a great question. So I think early on, really early in Facebook, Justin, my partner, he rescued a dog named Splash, who's our CEO, and she's a Siberian Husky. So one of the things he realized was he realized he had questions that like he could ask the vet, but maybe he wasn't at a vet visit or maybe didn't have access to the vet at that point in time. And so he went online like most of us do. And what he found was that there wasn't really a community of people to share with each other online. Now, offline, you have connections. You meet at the dog park. There's other places you can meet pet owners and you share, exchange information and pass knowledge. So he created a Facebook page for that. And then from there, it just grew and grew and grew. And now we have over 100 different Facebook communities online. We run about 100 Facebook groups. So it's all different types of people, whether it be you've rescued a dog and it's mixed breed, or if you have a dachshund and you want to connect with other dachshund owners about questions you have. So basically, we've created a community online for people to connect with other people and talk about dogs.
Well, I love that the information that you provide is good information, because I think that on the internet there's just information and it's not all good information. So I was honored to be a part of making sure that this information is good information. So I appreciate that opportunity, and I want to highlight it is good information. It's stuff that you can trust.
Yeah. And I think one of the reasons, too, we were really excited to have you on is because we saw early in the market that people really need good advice. And we want to make informed decisions. And every dog is different. Every cat is different, right? And there's certain things that are similar, but there's certain things that are different. So people really need to make informed decisions. And so like when we connected, one of the big things was like our community wanted a vet voice. Like at the end of the day, they wanted someone to tell them what they could do better that had a background in that, a proven background. So you added a ton of value in that way. And I think that's really where the market is still, is people are looking for a trusted source. And as information on the internet becomes less credible in some areas, right, or like harder to decipher, they lean more and more into those sources. And we're seeing a lot more in our audience, a lot more readership from people who are looking for, serious answers from a place they can trust. So finding a trustworthy place, whether it be an individual or a site online now, especially for your pets, is super important.
I agree, and I'm just so honored to be a part of it. So I want you to tell me all of the different ways that you make an impact, that iHeartDogs makes an impact, because I know you have a lot of different initiatives. Can you talk about those?
Yeah, so we have, exactly, thanks. So we have 3 different ways that we make a big difference in shelters. First one, and we do this through e-commerce, so we sell shirts, we sell products, we sell treats. You can buy our treats. So it's like we wanted to find a way not only people can buy stuff that celebrate their pet, so whether you buy a shirt that says I love my dog, or you buy bully sticks from us, and it also goes to feed shelter dogs, we wanted to find a way to give back in any type of purchasing that we do with dogs. So we have 3 programs for shelters. One is we feed shelters meals, so everything you buy in certain categories, like you buy a shirt, we provide 14 meals to a shelter who needs it. The second way is we do toy for toy. So if you buy one of our toys, we actually donate a toy to a shelter, 1 for 1. And the shelters are in a big need of that. We donate over 11 million meals, and we're over 150,000 toys we've donated. And the third way is what we call our second chance program. So one thing we found was big is there's a lot of dogs in shelters who are underfunded and on death row, essentially. But there's also shelters that maybe across the country or in a different location that can actually take the dog, rehabilitate it, and give it a forever home. And so our second chance program actually will fly, drive, train, bus, boat, you name it, from a shelter or a location where a dog is probably going to be put to death to a shelter where it can finally have life and find a forever home. And so those are the 3 programs that we were really, really deep in that focus on shelters and their needs.
So everybody wears shirts, and everybody that has dogs buys treats and things. But with these, you can make a difference. And I think, say again how many meals iHeartDogs has provided.
Over 11 million individual meals. Yeah. Another thing that we also do is we have a high quality standard for our products. So like for bully sticks, you can buy bully sticks anywhere, right? Ours are grass fed. They're from the best sources. They are non-chemically treated. Like you're going to get the best product, and it's going to go to shelters, and it's going to be priced competitively. So it's like if you're going to buy bully sticks, why not buy the best product you can and help shelters in the process? And that's kind of been our thinking since we started.
So it's like a win-win-win. So I love that. And I've loved the mission of this company, for years since I first started with you guys. And that's why I wanted to kind of get the word out about this. I think that it's just a win. The dog lovers win because they get good information, because you take the time to provide a blog and information. They get good products, and then they get to do good. So I love that.
Yeah, and we're really excited because we've had over 1.2 million people come alongside us in the past 4 years through transactions. So they'll either buy a product or they'll support us. Even just signing up for an email on the site, we're able to make a donation. So if you sign up for our newsletter, a dog gets fed. So like in everything that we do, we have the shelters in mind. And so we're making a huge, huge difference in their life. And we do it with people who are passionate about making a difference as well. And we call them our heroes. So we're really excited to be able to do this with them.
Well, that is excellent. So I want to kind of circle back to something that you said about toys, because I happen to know that dogs are a little more adoptable in shelters if they have a toy. Can you talk a little bit about those studies?
Yeah, so really the one fact that really launched us into building toys and then donating is that something around 70% of dogs are 70% more adoptable when they're seeing playing with a toy, especially bully breeds, pit bulls, things like that, because you see their personality, like our personalities come out in play. And so when you see a dog with a toy, they're easier to approach, their personalities are different, and you're seeing them in a different context than just sitting in kind of a cell staring at you, right? And so that number was like, we have to do something there because that aligns with everything we believe. And so we figured out we went to the shelters and said, what kind of toys do you actually want? And they said, well, you know what? We don't want tennis balls now. Now, those are great. We can take them, but there's glue and there's, felt and things like that. They actually said, we'd like a ball like this. And we went and made that ball. And so now we're actually donating the toy that they wanted every time someone buys a toy from us. And I think over 100,000. We just shipped another 15,000 to shelters all over the country. And so it helps them adopt more dogs out, bottom line. And that's a huge win in our book.
And the toys are safer. So the dogs that are already placed in homes are getting a safe, kind of tried and true toy. And then the dogs that aren't yet placed in a home get a toy. So I love that idea. This company is so innovative with the ways that they find to make the things that people need and then do good as well. So that is just amazing. So talk a little bit about the information that you provide and then tell people how they can find it.
Yeah, so iheartdogs.com. So we really have two parts. On our website, we have what we call a blog, which is we're going to have content on things, everything from health and wellness to training to behavior, the full gamut. People ask us questions, and then we have a professional write it. So there's a lot of content, iheartdogs.com. And then also on that site as well, we have a store, and you can browse the different categories. And like I said, we have a pretty wide range. So if you're looking for stuff to celebrate your dog, so you want a shirt or hat or something that has a fun saying that also feeds shelter dogs, great. We also have treats and supplements and things like that for dogs who need that. So you can get it from us. It's priced competitively. The quality is extremely high, and you're going to feed shelter dogs. And so that can all be found on iheartdogs.com. On social media, we're close to 4 million members on our main Facebook page. So you can look at iheartdogs.com on Facebook, and we're there, and you can talk with us and chat with us there as well.
So can you talk a little bit about your own personal journey to kind of inspire our listeners to maybe make a difference that is sort of nagging at them that they need to do?
Yes. So there's this quote, and I'm going to butcher it, but it's basically don't not do for one just that something that you can't do for 1,000. It's essentially saying, like, just start with one. Like, just because you can't help 1,000 people doesn't mean you don't help one person. And so for us, it was like, we're just going to start. And I think that's what I would say to everybody is, like, if your passion is helping shelters or working in the pet industry in the same way, like, or whatever it is, the key is just to get started. Because when people see you're genuine and you're authentic and you really want to make a difference and you really are making a difference, then they get excited too. And for us, when we started, we started with the idea, we started a product, like shelters was the forefront of that conversation. We knew we needed to create a business that created income. Because businesses have principles, right? You got to make money in order to pay bills, in order to make donations and sustain yourself, right? But like when we build products, one of the first questions we ask is, how are we going to make the difference in shelters? And so by creating that question up front, it's embedded in everything we do. And so I guess really what I'm saying for anyone out there listening is, if you want to make a difference anywhere, just start. And whatever difference you want to make, just embed it in whatever you do. And it basically will come to life because other people are going to see that. They're going to be like, I'm in. I'm all about that. So for us, it's been a great journey in that sense of just starting. So we just said we're going to start, and 4 years later, I would have never believed you if you would have said we'd have millions of people who are alongside of us, who are passionate about what we're passionate about. But we just started. So I think
But passion is contagious and compassion is inspiring. So I think that I could have guessed it. Maybe you couldn't have, but I could have. So we are easy to find. Marshall and I are both easy to find. And so on Facebook, as he was saying, we're both there. If you need a little pep talk or you want to hear how things worked or talk to us about getting started, we're there. And iHeartDogs is free for people to look at. And it's free to sign up for the newsletter, and then you feed a shelter dog. So I just love it. I love the impact that's so easy for people to make.
Yeah, and we're really excited about the future too. Like we just want to do more and more and more. And like our vision is changing the impact and welfare of dogs, cats, animals globally. We feel like this is a global movement, not just a domestic movement. And so we're excited about that. We're always looking for ways to make an impact. And so we love ideas. So for just like with you, we like to talk to people. We always love connecting. So we're completely open to chat with anybody. We love ideas. And then if anybody else wants to get into giving back, we always refer them to our nonprofit, and they can work with them too. So if they have something they sell, they knit something, right, and they sell it and they want to give back to shelters, we can point them in the right direction to make an impact there too.
Okay, so there's one other program that I think that you have, and it involves service pets and service people. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so this one is, this isn't shelter focused, this is actually veteran focused. And so as a veteran, one of the things personally that I saw was like the guys that I went to basic training with and I was served with, the PTSD is a real big issue for returning veterans from combat. And so when we saw what happened when they were given either a service animal or a companion animal, just they were giving their lives changed, their families' lives changed. This dog just unlocked so much potential for them. And so we said, we're in. Like, what are we going to do? And so we started creating products. There's human products and there's also pet products that have a military theme. And when you buy that, it helps fund service dogs and companion animals for veterans with PTSD. And we launched that. And again, we were passionate about doing that. We were like, even if we could only raise $1, we were going to do it because we saw the impact. And so far, we've raised over $250,000 with that program. And so we want to go to $1 million. That's our goal. So we're going to continue doing that. But that we literally actively fund companion service animals for veterans who have PTSD and they need help, because the veteran organizations from the government, they don't fund those programs at all.
I mean, I think that you have a special gift for seeing a need. And I love that. And I agree. I think that animals are so healthy for people, not just veterans, but of course veterans, because we want to thank them for their service and they deserve for everybody to care. But I love the seeing the need. Now, you said that you have seen the impact that dogs had on people's lives really for your whole entire life. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so I think personally, I think all the problems of the world can be solved over a cup of coffee with a dog. Like, it just brings humanity. It makes us human. And dogs, they're givers, not takers. And so in every realm of my life, I've just seen pets make a positive impact. And like we talked about with veterans, or if it's in people's lives. And so for us, it's just like we're on a mission. And so it's really been more holistically, like my perspective is that animals make the world a better place. And that's consistently proven. And the more animals and homes that we have, the better we're going to be. And that's like the 10,000 foot view. And that's just I've just seen that over and over and over and over and over. And I grew up with animals myself. We have a family dog. His name is Winston. So like I've had a dog around me my entire life.
Well, me too. I have animals really as my passion since I was really small. So I'm definitely on the same page with you. And I see the impact animals have on elderly people and just kind of people from all walks of life. So I am 100% behind that initiative as well. So let's take another real quick break, and then we'll be right back to wrap it up.
Does your dog itch, scratch, stink, or shed like crazy? Come to Dynovite for help.
Order a 90-day supply of Dynovite.
Everything we tried failed except the Dynovite.
Pick up 2 bottles of Super Mega Fish Oil.
Get the 3rd bottle free. Packed with omega-3, DHA, and EPA fatty acids.
Super Mega is great for your dog's immune system, healthy skin, and soft, shiny fur.
Dogs love it. Try Super Omega Fish Oil.
Buy 2, get 1 free.
At Dynovite.com.
DINOVITE.com.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back to Dr. Cat Gone to the Dogs on Pet Life Radio, and we are still talking with Marshall Morris, the COO and co-founder of iHeartDogs. And we're talking about ways that iHeartDogs has found to make lives better for people and pets and kind of wrap their mission into it all and their passion into it all. And Marshall and I really want to inspire people to do good and maybe to realize the role that animals play in doing good. Marshall, is there anything else that you really want my dog lovers to know?
Oh man, there's so much. We're just thankful for you, for all of you out there. And this is from iHeartDogs and our team here. There's nothing better than those responsible owners who appreciate animals. And so we're very thankful for all of you. And really, we'd love to get to know you more. So just like through whether you listen to the podcast or whatever, you can find me and Dr. Cat on social media. We'd love to learn about you. We love seeing pictures of your dogs, all that kind of stuff. So we're all about connection because I think that we have a lot in common. So that's really about it.
That is it. That is it. Because communicating and connecting, knowledge is power, good information, good products that do good. That is really what I wanted this show to be about today, because I'm kind of the vet voice and I want things to be healthy and things to be good information, but I also want to do good and I want to make a difference for pets. So that's why I invited you. Thank you so much for taking the time out to talk with us today, Marshall.
Thank you too. And I wanted to say thank you for all your work too, not only doing the show, but also all your hours of service. I know being a vet can be challenging at times, and I just want to thank you for your dedication to animals all over.
Well, thank you. I love my job, but you're right. Some days it's a little challenging, but this show and the things that I do for iHeartDogs are really just wonderful. It's almost like an outlet for me because I get to reach out to people that I wouldn't otherwise meet, and I get to meet people that I wouldn't otherwise meet. So to all of the listeners, please look us up, iheartdogs.com, iHeartDogs on Facebook, and all the different breed groups. If you have a certain breed that you love or own, there's a group for you. We can provide communication. You can have a community, and community is kind of the answer to me. I think we all need to feel supported and be like we're a part of things, and that's why I think this is such a good idea.
Awesome. Yeah, love it. So thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you to everybody. And we're just excited. We're excited. We think there's a lot of opportunity for shelters in the future. And we're excited to make a difference in the world with everyone here and Dr. Prem here.
Well, and so the best is yet to come. So I would like to also thank all my listeners for joining me on Dr. Cat Gone to the Dogs on Pet Life Radio. And also always thank my amazing producer, Mark Winter. And a special thanks to iHeartDogs, Marshall Morris. And I want everyone out there to go out and raise the ruff.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.